Good morning everybody, and a very warm welcome to Behringer. And today I have a continuation on the brief video I put up yesterday of the demolition and rebuilding of platform 3, and I also have some new additions to show you that have arrived on my layout. Now, first things first, I thought I'd show you, there's been a bit more progress on the platform 3 since I put up the video yesterday, and I thought I'd just show you what I've been doing. It's still not finished, but I'm a lot happier with it. I've now weathered the wall and started adding all the signage. All the canopy brackets are now up. I've still got lots of detailing to do in terms of, like I said, I've got the posters and stuff put up, but they're not all the way down. You can see that says platform 3 on it, and I've got another one to stick up. And I've also got some destination boards and departure boards, I should say, probably, to put on there, like I have at Moorwood. But basically this is how I've sort of done it for now. The canopy hasn't been done yet, but I've got some card for that, just to line the roof in black card. I've got this as a roof, but I've run out of board basically. And on top of this, what I was going to do is the original plan was to link up, marry it all up, but the thing being is it looks a bit odd just thinking about it, just trying to get it across to there. So what I've decided to do is I've decided just to link this bit up to that estate there. And what's going to happen is basically this is going to end up being the station car park here, and then we've got the main NCP car park for Woolies and Blockbusters. So we'll just keep this top bit as a car park for the actual station. And then what I'll do is I've got one of those Pico subway steps, and I'll drill a hole and basically put them down there, and maybe a hole on the platform underneath, like a doorway here, and that kind of simulates the fact that they've come from the car park on the top and walked down and onto the platform or whatever, bought their tickets already, that kind of thing. So it's another entrance to the station, and that will sort of extend all the way out to there, but I haven't got the board for it, that's why we're a bit short. I've decided that I had some fencing left over, and I thought that would look quite nice just to sort of block it off from the passengers. So that's basically just for the signal now only and station staff. So that's what I thought I'd do there, which I thought looks quite nice. I've still got loads of furniture to add to the platform, but I'm much happier with it because it's much wider than what it was before, and I like the weathering on the wall in there. It's really come out really well, and quite honestly it was a bit of a random bodge thing, but I actually really liked the effect. Actually, it was sort of along the lines of, and you sort of knew what I was doing, but then there was bits I wasn't happy with it, and I tried to go over, and it didn't. And I ended up thinking I made it worse. But then by the time I've kind of tidied it up and blended it, it actually looks really good. So I'm really pleased with it. Actually, it looks really good. The other main thing about it now is when I did the photographs on the previous video that I put up yesterday, and the lights were on, they were powered by the little battery packs that came with the actual daisy chain lighting. Which so just as a little quick reminder, these are Poundland lighting, which is called the Merry Christmas lights. And basically what happens is that they come on this daisy chain, and they're linked to this little battery pack, and you just put 2 AA batteries in it. But the thing is, obviously you have to keep changing it, and it just keeps, it doesn't last. The brightness isn't all that, it goes off after a while. So I basically wired it into the main lighting circuit, which was powering these ones, and was powering that originally when I originally did it. But now obviously it looks a lot better now, and I turn it on and you can see it. It's always so much brighter. And that looks really cool now because it's all the way down. So there's also one down the end there. So there's a mixture of these sort of non-working lights, and then there's obviously these Poundland jobbies that I did, and they're all done on a daisy chain. And if I just sort of, the whole point of this bit of the car park also is that I'm going to leave it so you can just lift it off and it's just connected into the baseboard through that connector down there and onto the main circuit, which is down underneath. And basically, if I just sort of show you, there's the layout, and if I just drop you down slightly, you can see the maze of wiring that goes underneath to the various components and lights and things like that. And originally when I did it, those of you who've been following me for time will know that, and when I originally built Berenger, it was supposed to be an elevation section where it's supposed to be a ramp that dropped down onto the lower level that came up to it, but it just didn't work. And I had this kind of issue of trying to get it all to the same level, which is why originally there's this gap here, because I had to try and level it all out. And now it turns out to be really good, because it just means that I hide all the wiring underneath, and I just unscrew this board out, and then once I'm ready to put it back, I'll just put it on and you won't see any of the wiring. It just looks neat and tidy. So I'm really pleased with it. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting the black for the roof canopy there, and also obviously finish the edging on. That's something that needs doing. Also I need to do the edging on the side walls of the platform. But on the whole, the platform looks a lot bigger, wider and better than what it was before, which is really great. My local model shop finished, well, sold out of the dressing plastic card, the stone plastic card. So I managed to get the last two bits, which is enough to basically finish off this bit, which is really good. But I haven't got enough to sort of do that bit of it. I'm sort of half contemplating whether or not I'm going to put it back in the stone to match it up with what was here before, but just do it in this colour instead of the dark brown that was on there before. I mean, these side walls here were actually recycled pieces from the bits that were up here beforehand, so basically I just reused them, and I think that's been really effective. It saves me having to buy some new pieces. I've just reused those as and where I could. I've also got some new additions to show you, so I'll just get them out and show you and then see what you think. So here we go. The first of my new recruits is this Freightliner class 57011, and it's Freightliner Challenger. This has been sitting in my local model shop for some time now, and I've been oohing and ahhing over this for a long time. There's a few reasons why that was. One is that I really wanted it and really liked it, but at the same time it sort of doesn't really quite fit the layout. I suppose you could say the same for my 56s, because they kind of deserve it's like this one particularly deserves a kind of long container train or something like that, or car flats, something like that, and it could just do with just trundling around and around the layout, a bit like the 56s and a merry-go-round train. And my layout, as you well know, isn't really built for it. But in some ways I bought this loco because I do love it and I did want it. It's just kind of like a future-proof in terms of if I end up building another layout at some point, and I might have the opportunity of having a merry-go-round, then I've got the locos to go with it and not go scrambling for locos. But what I'm going to try and do is this particular one. Because I wanted to get some sheds as well, and they're kind of like the same thing. They don't seem to really fit the layout because of the way the layout is built. But I'm going to try and make a sort of terminal somewhere along the line to try and incorporate and get some use out of these as well, because I do want to use them, because I do love this loco. And also it was such a reasonable price considering how much these sorts of locos go for. These particular ones go anything between, I don't know, I think about 80, 90 quid, 70 quid or something like that. I got this one for 63 quid, which I thought was really good as well. And it's DCC ready, and it's just DC, and it runs really lovely. So yeah, so that's my first recruit. My second recruit is is this Hornby Class 153 in the new style Arriva Trains Wales livery, and it is number 153327, and I've been after this one for some time, ever since they announced it really. Now this particular one has subsidised the cost of the Freightliner 57. This one, because currently brand new, and this is brand new by the way, they're going at about £100 or thereabouts. This one I've managed to get via eBay for some reason for 70 quid, so I've saved myself a lot of money on this one, and it's brand new, and so I got myself a real bargain on this one. I felt a bit bad because I was going to get it from my local model shop, because I always like to support my local model shop, but he was charging £100 and 30 quid's 30 quid, so I don't think you can really argue with that. And like I said, that helped subsidise the 57 that I actually bought from him, and it goes really, really well. It's been running and everything like that. I had it on my rolling road yesterday, and it's looking really, really smart. There's no problems, so I'm really, really pleased with this, and I'm happy to have it on my layout. The last thing to show you is that's new, is this Oxford diecast Ford Sierra Sapphire, and it's a bit of an oddball one. I've just showed you that I've got these two relatively modern locos that I've just got, but I do run 80s stuff and do love the 80s stuff, hence the NSE station at Beringer. So anyone who loves 80s stuff and 90s, this is a perfect fit. It's a Ford Sierra Sapphire, recently released by Oxford Diecast, and it's a lovely little automobile. It really is. So that'd be something to add to the layout, but I haven't opened it up because I've got so many cars sitting around the town centre that it's absolutely completely congested and chock-a-block. And what I'm going to be doing is, like I said, once I start linking up basically from here down there to create the station car park, I'll put a lot of the cars along here, and that will free up a lot of space in the town. And then obviously there's going to be a roadway here, and then that's going to lead on to some sort of housing development over here, but as you can see it's just stalled with all sorts of stuff that I've just moved around and stuff like that. And if I just quickly show you the signal box, that's now got the little lighting on it as well, so now that's lit up, but obviously it looks a bit empty. So I'm going to have to possibly, I don't know whether or not Batman do an interior kit for signal boxes or not, or whether I'm going to have to buy a wheels kit for it and just pop that in there, and just to sort of give it some life basically. But on the whole, I'm really, really pleased with it. I think it looks really nice, I think it looks really smart, I think it looks so much better than what it did before, and considering what it looked like a couple of days ago when it was all completely gutted and removed, it's a bit scary when you do kind of big things like that, because you're kind of wondering where you're going to go with that and hope you haven't messed up what you've got already. But I'm really pleased with the outcome. So anyway, I'll love you and leave you, and thanks for watching. Please feel free to comment and subscribe as always, and I'll leave you with a view of one of my new additions. So bye for now.